How you doing out there? All of you United American citizens. That's great just to talk to you in cyberspace. John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer. I wrote a sonnet here about teaching. The name of this sonnet is Teaching is a lot harder than you think. I'm a retired teacher, all right? I taught world history. You got to know a lot about everything. And it's wonderful to teach world history because people are so interesting. I was an academic guidance counselor. I was a high school principal. And I loved it. Why? Because you're in front of people and trying to help them. And as a principal, I got to try to help people. All 80 teachers, what can I do to help you? What can I do to make your job better, easier for you? And I did that, and it was my honor and my privilege, and that's what principals are supposed to do. They're supposed to help. Because all of you out there, I know there's a bunch of you, I know how to teach. No, you don't. No, you don't. You think it's easy, and it's not. Well, teaching is harder than you think. My hero, William Shakespeare, he writes of a reluctant schoolboy, unwillingly with his book satchel, trudging towards school. He don't want to go to school. Every person, they desire to teach. Well, there's 100 more who don't want to learn anything. One wants to teach, 100 don't want to learn nothing. This has always been so. Shakespeare's time, in ancient times, the uneducated, they don't want to be educated. Only the ignorant hate education. Well, everyone is critical of teachers. They hate them. They think they can do better. I can teach better than that. Teachers are beaten down by vicious critics. Who would want to be a teacher? You don't get any respect. You're usually in charge of each class containing at least 30 students. 30 students, that's a lot for each class. It's a duty extremely arduous. 5 or 6 classes a day. And these kids are not angels. They're hellraisers at home, and they do the same thing in school. Rowdy kids, raucous kids, flamboyant kids, bursting energy, they can't contain it. See, thousands of teachers, they quit because of stressful mutinies the kids raise in hell, not wanting to learn anything, running the class. It takes only one rebellious student to destroy a classroom. Dim-witted idiots. They want to be the center of attention. They will not allow anyone else in the class to learn. They're always wanting attention, disrupting everything. They're true heathens. They're creating so much damage there, not letting anybody else learn. They're always riotous, chaotic commotion, refusing all instructions, ditching class, food fights, always late to class beginnings. I mean, here's somebody else again. They're late, and the class stops to see who it is. And I wouldn't know what they were if they were 1 or 2 in it, and everybody's giggling. And you got it. The subject is not being taught. Why? Because they were late. You try that in a job, you teach kids, you try that in a job enough times, they're going to fire you. And you're not going to get a recommendation. And they got to learn it in school, but they don't, and they're always late. Sabotaging learning. Bullying students. Lunch money stealing. Give me your lunch money or I'll beat you up. I'll catch you after. I'll get you in the restroom. There's a lot of good movies about ugly, disruptive classroom thugs. Classroom terrors, they're little animals. Up the down staircase is a good one. Blackboard Jungle is a good one. The Principal, it's a good movie. The Principal with Jim Belushi. The Emperor's Club, I liked that movie and I hated it. The Emperor's Club with Kevin Kline is a good movie, but there's an awful student in there in Kevin Kline's class. His father, the father of the student, hell, he's crazy. He backs the student no matter what. His student is a monster, backing up his monster son, making a mockery of all learning. The class can't learn nothing because this kid's always me jokes and disrupting class. A cheating student, he cheated. He was a despicable student. He was intent on destroying the whole class. Well, the principal in another school, Joe Clark in New Jersey, in that movie Lean on Me, that's a great movie. Morgan Freeman, he's one of the best. He's one of my favorite actors, Morgan Freeman, a free man. Morgan Freeman, he's terrific as the principal. That was an awful inner city high school. There was no discipline. The movie's fantastic because you've got to make them learn. You've got to tell them how you're going to live. How are you going to survive? You got to find your talents with an aptitude test and learn and make something of your life, because nobody's going to give you food, rent. They're going to throw you in the street. You got to get ready. And that's a good movie. Lean on Me. The truth is, you want the truth? I mean, Joe Clark, he's a great principal. But most principals and superintendents, they're not worth a damn. They're always covering up problems. Don't make waves is their plan. Too many administrators drawing huge salaries, buried under a deluge of papers, all these papers, all this testing, all this stuff nobody ever even reads. They don't read that stuff. They got mountains of stuff. Look what a good boy I've been. Look what I did. All that stuff nobody is ever going to read. Deluge of papers. True worthlessness. Hiding in their offices. Judging teachers. I'm going to write you up. I'm going to write you up. I'm going to replace you like I replace a light bulb. I'm going to write you up. I heard things about you. They don't even leave their offices. And these poor teachers, it's a crime to do that to a teacher. The fact is, teachers do not receive the support they can depend on, impacting teacher survival. Little Hitler bosses, corruption, deserting teachers. There's no help with discipline. It's an abomination what's happened to America's schools. We used to be #1 in everything, and now we're like 24th. What's going on? You American citizens out there, I want your help. We got to change things. Teaching is harder than you think. Teachers aren't respected, and nobody wants to teach anymore. And I'll tell you what, the teachers themselves, they don't even know American history. They're not teaching civics. They're not teaching world history. And it's a crime, and you got to help me. The sonnet, teaching is harder than you think. Well, maybe we should, get together and fix things. The American education system is 24th in the world. That's doomed for all of us. We got to wake up. God bless us, everyone. Au revoir, mes amis.